Hello, Nico Liebenberg here. We are still in the process of praying the Bible. And today we're praying John 15, verse 17. It is a last conversation that Jesus had with his closest friends. And this is what he says in verse 17. So this is my parting command. Love one another deeply. Jesus, if this is the last thing that you wanted your friends to hear, what is on your heart, I pray that you will reveal to us what it means to love one another deeply, to love one another with a willingness to make a sacrifice of our own lives. Jesus, I pray that you will transform our thinking, that you will give us different paradigms about who you are, about the sacrifice that you have given us, about that decision that you've made in the Garden of Gethsemane to say, Father, not my will, but your will be done. Jesus, we need a deep and a fresh revelation to understand what a critical thing it is that you've given up your right to be saved and to live, and to not hand yourself over to be killed. What a deep and a critical sacrifice that was, so that everyone after you can now be saved, and everyone after you now can be loved deeply. Please reveal to us how to love one another deeply. I know you are echoing it in our spirits, that when we look at you and see what you do, and when we listen to you and hear what you have to say, that is a key in how we can love one another deeply. And if we understand what it means to be willing to lay down our lives for our friends and our loved ones, that we will understand this command that you've given to your closest friends. And Jesus, we desire to be part of that close-knit circle of friends of yours. We want to be a close friend of yours. We come today to you to ask you once again to quicken within our spirits your love, and a deep understanding that we cannot love one another with our own human love as we can love one another with your love that lives in us. Please, Lord, give us grace to embrace your love that lives in us, to live by that love, to set aside our efforts, to set aside the way we think we can love one another, and to submit that effort of ourselves to your love that lives in us. And give us grace to grab hold of your love and to love one another with that love that is unending, that love that is willing to make a sacrifice even unto death, that love that never ceases to be, that love that pardons all sin, that love that reunites us with our Father, that love that gives back to us what Adam and Eve lost when they had intimacy with our Father, when they walked in the afternoon cool and wind with him in the garden. Thank you that it was also in the garden that you restored humanity, when you said, Father, not my will, but your will be done. We have nothing to stand on to convince you to live your love through us, to give us all your grace. We cannot force you. We cannot manipulate you into sharing that love which you yourself are with us. We can only rely on this goodness and this kindness of who you are, and know that because of that you will share your love with us. I also thank you that your love is not something that you stand on a distance from us and then you hand it out as if it is something that we can take and use it as separate from you. It's not like that, Jesus. You are the love that we need to love one another with. You are the one that is the strength and the power for us to love one another deeply. Help us to understand what we are talking with you about here. Help us to understand that you are the love that we need. And as long as we submit to you, and as long as we live in you, and as long as we abide in you, and as long as we behold you, and as long as we find our life in you, we will love one another deeply. Give us grace today, Lord. I pray that those that pray with me, Lord, that need to understand and know this love, that need the love for themselves even, and not necessarily to love someone else with, but just to feel loved, to feel accepted, to feel unconditionally and in a positive way regarded. I pray that you will now come and meet us where we are. For those who have a need to be loved, Jesus, reveal your love to them. Show them how much you really do love them. Fill them with your love. Make them full of your love. Envelop them in your love. Let them know that there is an unending source of love that can never stop, never run dry, never become redundant. Your love is true. Your love is eternal. Your love will never cease, will never stop. Thank you for this, Jesus. Thank you that we can come to you boldly, fearlessly, enter into your presence knowing that you touch us, meet us, come to us where we are. Some people, Lord, are in dire straits. Some people are at a different place enjoying your blessing. Doesn't matter where we find ourselves, Lord, you will find us. You will come to us. Doesn't matter what road we travel to get to you, you will travel down every road to come and meet us. I want to thank you for this. Cleanse us with your love and become the love that we need to love one another with deeply. I want to thank you for this, Jesus, that we can know that your love is part of who we are, because we are one with you, and we are one with you in our Father, and you are in us. I thank you for this. Lord, I pray that you will bless us today. Bless us with this awesome revelation of your love, that it will not remain only in our thinking, but it will drip into our hearts, and we will know love deeply. Thank you for this. We glorify you. We praise you. We exalt you. You are the King of Kings. You are the Lord of love. You are love himself. And thank you that we can call upon your name and know that we are heard. You never turn away from those who seek you. You never turn away from those who ask of you to give them the love that they need to love one another with. Thank you for this, Jesus. Thank you that we can behold you. Thank you that we can love you. Thank you that you love us, irrespective of who we are, what we've done, what we're about to do. You love us. Thank you that your love is not defined by who we are, but your love is eternal. Your love is your decision. You have chosen to become love for us. Thank you for this. In your name, Jesus. Amen.